very good evening, guys, to another session with Leverage TV. I'm Priyank Jain, Vice President with Leverage Edu. I'm going to talk about a session today about MBA in UK. So we are going to discuss and delve into much deeper in why should you do an MBA in UK when you are making the decision, how should you go about it, what are the things that you need to look at doing an MBA in UK. I'll break down this topic into some smaller topics and would kind of spend some time uh, there while we are discussing that. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about as an Indian student, does it make sense for you to do your MBA in UK? What are the kind of specializations that you have, specialization options that you have? What is the quality of education? Then we are also going to talk about the eligibility requirements for an MBA in UK. The third thing that we're going to talk about is cost of studying or cost of doing your MBA in UK. Then what is the application process like? And what kind of ROI that you can expect after doing your MBA in UK in terms of the placement, in terms of job opportunities, in terms of your overall kind of sense of achievement. And finally, does it make sense for you to do your MBA in UK versus any other country or even from India? So those are the things that we are going to look at when we are looking at this topic. UK is one of the hottest destinations right now for not just Indian students, but students across where they are thinking about their higher education from different countries. So UK is right up there with USA and Canada as one of the most popular destinations for doing your higher education. So why is that? Why is that? So first and foremost, it's about the excellent quality of education. So most of the universities there combine theoretical and practically oriented learning, and they kind of equip students with skills and knowledge. So most of the UK universities have a lot more focus on application-oriented disciplines and application-oriented pedagogy than just theoretical knowledge, which makes students well-rounded, make their thought process very, very analytical and problem-solving approach. So the other good thing about doing an MBA in UK is completing your MBA education in 1 year. So a lot of places in USA or Canada or India also for that matter offer you MBA programs for 2 years. So it's not just an added cost in terms of the tuition fee that you have to spend for doing your MBA in 1 year, but it's also in terms of an opportunity cost. You're going to be studying for 1 more year. And if you kind of go back to your objective of doing an MBA, go back to why you want to do an MBA, it's mostly to accelerate your career. You already would have worked for at a place for 4 5 years. You already would have been earning uh, a good amount or would have been in a decent position. So most of the people, when they think about doing an MBA, they think about it from the perspective of accelerating their career or to get that desired growth in their career. So that is one thing that is really, really great if you complete your MBA education in just 1 year compared to 2 years in any other university. So the third thing, UK is very close to the financial, or UK is in fact the financial hub of the globe. UK houses a lot of headquarters, a lot of EMEA headquarters, a lot of global headquarters of some of the very, very renowned companies and renowned brands. So you completing your MBA from that place kind of gives you that added advantage over possibly the other places, lesser known destinations, where the opportunity for you in terms of finding a job, finding a placement gets very, very easy. Gets showcased in terms of how they design their curriculum, because a lot of credits or a lot of topics when designing the curriculum includes uh, the lectures or the concepts which are very, very close to industry, not just academia. So some of the good industrialists, some of the good actual business owners come in and take those sessions, which make this very, very practical, application oriented, not just theoretical. So those are some of the things that UK offers in terms of its MBA education. Coming to popular specializations that UK offers for doing your MBA, so they range from financial management to marketing management, project management, sports management. So these are these are few of the popular uh, specializations when you are completing your masters in business administration that you can get through an MBA. So you can obviously either do a specialized course for an MBA, or you can do specific credits in a specialized course, let's say marketing or finance or HR or operations, to own your skills and to get better at what you do. So in terms of that, so these are some of the specializations that offer UK offer in terms of completing an MBA. Coming to the quality of education part as well. So, looking at just top 50 or top 100 universities, UK, universities in UK would find mention in about 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 universities. That means almost 20 to 25% of the universities in top 100 universities in terms of either QS rankings or by financial magazines, 20%, 20-25% of the universities will be in UK. So starting from London Business School to your Oxford University, Cambridge University, Imperial, University College of London, Alliance Manchester Business School. So all these schools offer a pretty great business education when it comes to UK, and that really makes it very, very lucrative for a student who is looking to start his education and complete his education in UK. So I think that is also a great pull that you will find universities that are pretty great, that are top of the ranks in UK. Uh, uh, if you are not, let's say, a top grader, or if you've not done very well to kind of get a crack at these top 100 universities, you will find a lot of other universities as well where you could get a chance to get in if you've done decently well in academics throughout. And this kind of brings me to my other point, which is around eligibility. So what do you need to complete your so what are the eligibility criteria for getting an admit in an MBA course in UK? So usually for doing your MBA in either in a destination abroad or in India, you would need to give a test. That could be a GMAT or a GRE or a CAT, which would make you eligible for applying to these universities. Uh, the good thing about UK is almost 90-95% of the universities for MBA educations do not ask for any prior such tests. So even if you decide to not apply for any of these tests, GMAT, GRE, CAT, you can still get into one of the decent colleges or decent universities for doing your MBA education without having to give that test, only on the basis of your professional and academic eclogues. So that is pretty great, if you ask me, for the students who do not want to waste a lot of time to prepare for the test, to appear for the test, and uh, who do not want to depend on just one test to decide for their future course of action. So that is about the eligibility. About 90-95% of the UK universities take admissions on the basis of your academic qualification, your professional qualification, a good SOP, and a LOR. So that is what it needs to kind of get into UK for doing an MBA. Coming to cost of doing an MBA in UK, it usually costs, so for a 12-month course, for a 1 year course, it usually costs somewhere around uh, 25,000 pounds to 45,000 pounds a year. So that is what a usual cost is for most of the courses for most of the MBA courses in UK. So obviously the universities kind of range from top tier universities to Russell Group universities to some of the lesser known universities. And they also kind of range from different specializations. If you want to do a general management or financial management or marketing management, but that is what you need to kind of think about if you are serious about pursuing your education, MBA education from UK, that you need to kind of invest somewhere around £25,000 to £45,000, depending on the uh, type of university and the type of course that you want to select. Over and above this, there'll obviously be a living expense that you'll have to incur. Uh, so which would ideally be somewhere around 10, so kind of 10,000 to £12,000 a year. So, and that also depends on where you are in UK. If you are closer to or in London, it might usually cost you a little on a higher side, around £12,000. If you are kind of a little away from London, even north of London, or little north of UK for that matter, it might usually cost less as well. So it usually depends where you are doing MBA from. So a lot of good MBA schools, uh, in fact, are there which are outside of London as well, which makes it kind of affordable for you in terms of living expenses to pursue those courses. So uh, that is how I think the last thing that I want to spend some time on is talking about ROI when you are doing your MBA from UK. So we have discussed the cost part of doing your MBA, which mostly constitutes your tuition fees plus living expenses. There obviously are scholarships as well in play, and those are mostly the merit-based scholarship that you can get either from the university or external scholarships. Some of the scholarships like Commonwealth, Chevening, or the merit-based scholarships, which are university specific, depends on again your profile, your scores, your SOP. So this is where you can score a good scholarship as well. But even if we kind of for a moment keep that aside and think about you spending about somewhere around on an average 40 to 50,000 pounds a year for doing an MBA, is it worth it? So that is obviously the question, and we talked about it earlier. That one of the core reasons for doing MBA is accelerating your growth. Whether this degree or this education will give you a better uh, a kind of a better opportunity in terms of your job, a better opportunity in terms of the business that you want to do, and will it make things, will it move things quickly for you in your career? So that is the thing that you need to look at. So if I talk about kind of the placement opportunities in UK, so there are a lot of universities which specifically offer MBA with placements. So there are a lot of programs when you are applying. You can get a lot of programs where you can specifically apply to MBA with placement. So that is one thing that is really great about UK, that you can get a placement assistance from most of the universities through career fairs, to job fairs. Now, what can you expect in terms of salary as soon as you complete your education? That would give you a better idea of where your ROI would be. So to be very honest, that obviously depends on your overall experience, overall profile, and the place that you do an MBA from. But you can still expect 25 to 30 pounds a year after completing an MBA from a decent university and a decent education. And job opportunities varies from like financial institutions, which you can anyway have of a lot of technology roles or tech roles in a lot of these either big tech firms or startup firms. You can also, if you are choosing to do your master's or MBA in a very, very specific field like sports management or HR, so you can try and get in there as well. But to give you an idea, to give you a broad idea, 25 to 30,000 pounds is what you can expect as once you complete your MBA and you start your career with. It can go up to, like, say, 50 to 60,000 pounds as well if you've done your MBA from a good place, if you've got a decent experience, if you are in a space or in a sector where the demand is really really high, if you are kind of strategic about which specialization, which particular streams and discipline you choose to do your education from. So those are the things that there's a shortage list as well that you can come up with, which kind of comes up with the kind of jobs and the disciplines that they need or which are in high demand from time to time. So if you are choosing to kind of do your MBA in one of those disciplines, it does give you a decent ROI if you complete your education in 1 year, costing about 40 to 50,000 pounds on an average. If you are able to kind of just from the first year onwards, if you are able to earn somewhere around 20 or 30,000 pounds to start with. So that is what we have. That is what I have today. Uh, I hope this kind of helps you break down this decision. I hope this helps you uh, uh, to look at UK and specifically MBA in UK from the different lenses. And for me, the great part again is completing your education in 1 year, so not losing out in a year, and also kind of able to complete your education in 1 year is a really great thing that UK offers, and that most of the countries do not offer its skill. So here's what I leave you with. Uh, do spend time thinking about it, do your own research, and you are anyway free to connect with any of our counselors for any of your other queries. I hope you find this session helpful. And until next time, uh, goodbye, and see you again day after tomorrow with another session with Leverage Edu.